something's going on with my channel. I guess a lot of people are liking the videos that I'm posting or my observations. So I am being bombarded by information to report. I'm also getting really, really tired because I am a researcher, which is why my channel has a lot to do with unfolding a lot of information that seems to be suppressed. Lots and lots of sciences that apparently people don't want you to know about. And a lot of our sciences needs to be rewritten. There's a lot of people that are trying to rewrite our sciences, which is what my channel is about. This was really, really hard information to find. You have to sort of be really good at research to be able to find the information that I found out, because it is very, very much suppressed. But with that said, I am receiving an awful lot of information that I'll try and keep up with. I'm getting real tired. I'm trying to respond to each and every email, because it is receiving information that is good to report on. And I'm also trying to do my own research to find my own truth of what's going on. So, and in order to keep up on that, my hours, because of the time zones, I can observe the conversations that are going on when it's really late over here. I'm getting to bed about 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm waking up really early just to try and observe the conversations that are going on within the internet, you know, during my time zones, the countries that are in this area, but as well the areas, you know, on the other side of my world. So I am getting really, really, really tired, which I'm going to have to take a break, which, anyways, you can jump to whatever conclusion. But the news that I'll hit on a few things that are relevant from my perspective. I was given a link to save Julian Assange, don't outlaw Wikileaks, and you can sign a petition, and I'll post that link below. Let me try and go through some of these videos and links that I'm going to post. There's another article too that one of the girls that are, you know, claiming rape, which from my observation, I guess this country has a law that you have to have a condom, and something to do with you can only have sex with a different person within a specific time frame. So it's like this guy had sex with 2 girls within that time frame that he wasn't allowed to. Could be wrong with that one, but that's what it appears to be about. That seems to be the charges that he's charged with. Now, if it's about condoms, this is where our laws aren't exactly fair. There's 2 people involved there. You know, it isn't the guy, you know, his responsibility with the condom. It should be the girl's responsibility as well. If you're going to have agreed sex, both parties should be following the laws that you want to set. So, and I really feel for a lot of males, let me apologize for all females that are doing this to males, the false accusations, you know, of rape are so freaking serious. I've been raped more than once, and typically, from my observation, a rapist does get away with crime. And it seems to be the false accusations that end up getting, you know, criminal charges against them. So I have noticed that the innocent tend to live a life of hell because of false accusations, and because our laws are biased. They have no way of being able to tell truth because they're biased. Every country will admit their justice system isn't perfect. It can be perfect. There are ways to be perfect. I can prove how to design a perfect justice system. But currently, we don't have that. Nobody's interested in making changes. We all admit it's wrong, but we can put people on the moon, but we can't seem to improve on our justice system. I don't even see anybody trying to improve on the justice system. Why? Because it's controlled and designed by criminals so that criminals can get away with crime. So there's a link to an article on this one girl, the female, that's on the other side of those rape charges. Apparently she's not going, she's hard to reach. She left the country and doesn't want to participate in this anymore, so they're losing her as a witness. Then there's another article about Halliburton. The headline is, Halliburton may pay $50 million to keep Cheney out of prison. Interesting report there. I'll post a link with that. Sounds like this guy is guilty as sin, and there's millions and millions of dollars that could be going towards helping a lot of people that are, being greatly harmed by this economic collapse. The only reason this collapse is happening is because of Cheney. And he's getting away with it because he owns the court systems and he's got enough money to pay everybody off, and all of that money, all of these payoffs are just going into another criminal's hands, because it's like, who would accept a payoff, except for somebody that can be manipulated by greed and money themselves. So all sides of this game, the threat to, here, I'll pay you billions of dollars to keep your mouth shut, the person that's accepting those funds are just as guilty as the guy committing the crime, as far as I'm concerned. But I'll put a link towards that article. You be the judge of what you think. Halliburton is, we're all kind of waking up to this severe crimes being done there. Let me see, move on to the next one. It's hard to keep up on this. Okay, hacktivist says WikiLeaks war to continue. Anonymous hacktivists say WikiLeaks war to continue. If I'm believing this correctly, I didn't read this morning, I kept that from last night. One of the observations that I'm making is the media seems to be trying to twist the cyber war against itself, which, kind of understand what truth is. They are saying that those hacktivists have actually hacked into WikiLeaks, and like they're renegade, going crazy, and destroying WikiLeaks. Trust me, anybody that's out for truth is not hacking WikiLeaks. That just does not happen. WikiLeaks, it only makes logic sense that it would be the United States that are hacking WikiLeaks and trying to say it's not us, it's these anonymous group that are attacking WikiLeaks. So there's a little twist on what our current media system appears to want to be playing that story like. Moving on. One thing that I guess Palin, Sarah Palin has been attacked, and apparently the main group of this cyber war is saying she wasn't even a target. Like even the change is trying to take place to, let's focus all our attention by bombarding the internet with information coming out of WikiLeaks, because they believe that that will have more power than shutting down the economic system, which I think is a brilliant move. But like I've reported before, this is a virus. this has now gone out of anybody's control. If anybody's pissed off, the tools are now out there. There's more information on how to be a hacker. It is a virus, which I will say over and over and over again, you will not stop this virus unless you cure the virus, which means you need to start listening to people. And there is zero sign I'm seeing that anybody actually wants to listen. All those in power need to kind of resign right now. They ain't showing no white flags. So the virus is just going to continue growing as long as there's no signs of any change from those that are having an awful lot of power. We are in the process of taking over power, we the little people. And you can't control. I mean, the level of rage, I can talk all I want about, be the peace, and, calm yourself down and you'll get better information. There's a lot of people that ain't going to receive that information. They are really lost in their frustration and anger, renegades, which are still on the same side as, all of us little people, but that is the part of the virus. That's how the virus grows, is we're not going to be able to distinguish them as trying to actually make a difference, trying to be heard, trying to have a voice. And I'd be watching your credit cards right about now. When this level of hacktivism is going on, it's next to impossible to stop, because you can't get everybody. And trying to arrest people, it's now getting out of the hands of the police. If you can see it in your own local area, there's, how many laws are on the books in your area, and how many of those laws are police actually able to enforce? They tend to only enforce the laws they want to, which is typically, save the rich guy, and the little guy gets zero law enforcement. I mean, me and my daughter had $900 of our rent money stolen. The police did nothing about that, didn't even investigate it. Why? Because it wasn't important. Our law enforcement cannot keep up with this level of crime. So right now it's like, you can't stop these renegades. And they do know how to take your credit card information. They do know, we've seen that. It is kind of a little bit of a problem. Another thing that I'm hearing is this propaganda that all of this, the people having a voice is only going to make government trying to suppress your voice even more by having more control over the internet. What they're failing to kind of realize is those that government, business, those people who think they have control over the internet, they have zero control. The others, all of the information that built the internet comes from everybody on the internet. They are the ones with the power because they're always 20 steps ahead of those that think they have the power. So that's just a lot of propaganda that, they may try to control the internet, but that's only because they are assuming they have control over the internet when they actually don't. And you have to see who's actually running all of the internet. It's like your computer is the internet. So, if you don't want the internet, then shut your computer off. These people that have servers, if they want to make any money, they actually have to offer a service that people want. They will go out of business themselves if they are participating with censorship. That is controlled. So it's like they would be, anybody that's running a business of servers that support the internet, they're cutting their own throats if they tend to support criminals within our government systems trying to control it. So I don't see that much of a threat. I think that's just more propaganda going on. Let me see if there's... Sarah Palin, you probably pissed off a lot of people, but it isn't sort of the main interest that are supporting Wikileaks. They're going after anybody that's trying to suppress and jail. There's another one article, Julian Assange is put in a segregation unit. That alone is really, really questionable as to even why he's in jail in the first place. If there's no charges made, and plus, why is it taking so long for information to come out and be charged? Like, can you just be thrown in jail for weeks and weeks without any charges? There does seem to be an awful lot of effort to try and get him in the States, which personally, I want to see proof of life with Bradley Manning. There is another website on Bradley Manning, which I'll post. I'd like to see that this guy is still alive and not being tortured. I'm pretty sure he's not in safe hands at the moment. These are criminals that are holding him, and these are criminals that are actually trying to design laws, which that's where our justice system is that if criminals find out that they can't get away with something, they actually, think that they're a Senate and think that they're standing up for people, and they actually create laws that benefit criminals, and they're going to use these new created laws to prove that Assange is doing something illegal, when in fact he never did anything illegal. He's not even being charged with anything. So I'll post that link as well, so you can give some support to Bradley Manning, the guy that seen a video that citizens were murdered, even reporters were murdered, and the government is lying about it and saying that, they were, all had guns, but children were killed just for being on the street. And I presume that this Bradley Manning was seeing so much painful information, watching so much murder going on, so much killing, that he's, risked his life so that the world would get truth. This guy is a friggin' hero. He should be out of jail. So my heart goes out to him. I would like to see that there's some proof of life going on with that guy and with Assange. There's much more to report. I am getting some news from some hacktivists that would like me to speak up for them. I'll make a completely unique video for that coming up next. Hope that gives a little bit of information for you. Peace out.